Oh, perfect timing there. And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Canadian Brick Builders, episode 112. Everybody say hi to Paul, who's usually in the
Hi.
chat, but asked if he could join tonight. And we're like, sure. So, hello, welcome.
Thank you.
And Paul, Matt, Paul, you've never, well, none of us have
Matt?
ever, well, okay. Matt and I have met, but anyway. So, welcome. Lots of set news this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
There's
7, 8, 9,
there's
10,
so
11,
much set
12.
news. You could actually divide it up into 2 episodes probably. I mean, it's
Pretty
crazy.
much. There's 12 themes had new sets, and it's our 112th episode. So that's just, interesting. Hello, Eric Sith. Welcome. We're streaming now, so that's good. So yeah, I guess we'll jump right in because there's way too much to talk about. Plus, there's other news as well, right? It's not just all set news. So we'll start with Matt because he's building things. New battery-powered bricks and axle plate. Welcome. What have you been doing, Matt?
Well, I've been working on the 98,000 dot mosaic, and big holdup was I was waiting on the last batch of plates, which arrived today, this afternoon, which I took a break from grading. And I did a couple 16 by 16 plates. Yeah. And now back on the front burner. And the other thing that's going on at my house is I've been building the A-frame.
The A-frame, yes.
Which is absolutely gorgeous design. I remember the first time I even saw images of the builder who's from Italy. I just love his work. And it's just the detailing and the overall look of it is just gorgeous. And so I was thrilled when I got picked to be an idea set. And I was quite happy to be able to buy it and put it together. So that's what's going on.
I built mine 3-4 weeks ago, and it was a good build. It was fun. Nice seeing all those wood tiled prints like being used in something that should be other than like a dock or things like that, right?
Yep.
So Jeff joined us in the chat as well. Hey Jeff, you know this guy down here. You've seen his garage. You've seen your garage. Wait, that doesn't sound right. But you know what I mean. So welcome, Paul. Why don't you tell us about yourself and what you've been doing?
Oh yeah, hi, sure. So I got back into. I went through the dark ages. I guess my first set was back in 1993 is when I got my first Lego set. I actually have it right here. This little guy.
Oh yeah, the dude buggy.
The little dune buggy. This was my first set. I was 5 or 6, and I played with Lego, until the Star Wars started to come out. Late 90s, early 2000s, and I entered my dark ages like so many people, and I got back into it in 2012 when my mother-in-law bought me the Malevolence for Christmas.
Awesome.
I was like, oh, look at all these new pieces and all these fresh colors, and this is interesting. So I went back to my parents' place, grabbed my old Lego, and now I have a room. I have a room full of Lego. So
yeah,
it's funny because
it's good to be back in the hobby.
My return to the hobby was my return to the hobby was also a large Star Wars ship. It was the Imperial Star Destroyer. Came out 2004, 2005, and I saw that in the store, and I'd been kind of looking at the Lego store, which we had one near me, and I was like, I want that.
as in the thing up there?
Yes, that one. Yeah. That right there is what got me Lego at 34 years old. Yep. Yeah. That's the set that did it. So I was just agreeing with you about the attraction of the large Star Wars ships. Like it's like a magnet for some of us.
Yeah, it was fun being like at my my in-laws' grandparents' place. In front of the Christmas tree, building a Lego set on the floor.
Yeah.
I was 25-ish back then, so it was fun, and I'm glad my parents had kept my Lego. and I had a lot of 90s sets, divers, a lot of divers. My dad got a box of Classic Space in a yard sale. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what Classic Space was. It was before it ended the year I was born. So
Yeah.
there's but now that I got back into Lego, I found David Kudis's sites and his space base, and now I'm deep into Classic Space. It's my main that I collect now, so it's fun.
Dave brought someone else in. Mahaha. No.
Oh,
Axel played saying for him it was the Falcon in 2021. Yep.
Hmm.
For me, it was the UCS X-Wing and TIE Fighter that first came out in '99. I was in college. I was just 2-3 years out of Lego. Like I had put it away through high school for the most part, and then I saw on the internet one day it's like Millennium Falcon Lego. What? Or sorry, UCS X-Wing and TIE Fighter. It's like what? So literally the day they came out, I ran to Toys R Us and like maxed my credit card out at the point because it's like I have to have these. And then I met the Toronto people like through Lugnet, and it just snowballed into this. So yes,
yeah, finding an
that was
adult group of Lego in town was something else. Like finding like-minded people, and it really got me back into it. It's like, okay, this is okay. Adults playing with Lego and collecting, and it's fun meeting the group. I've participated in shows since then, and I haven't been to a big con or anything yet, but just local shows here in town. It's been fun.
Yep. Do you have plans to go to a con? Maybe.
I think I'll go to Bricks in the Six just as a visitor. Yep. I won't.
Yep. Yeah, that's the best way to start. Yep.
Yeah, and we'll go from there. I have some ideas of things that I want to build. I've been accumulating pieces for 10 years, and I should build something big with them. So I have a couple of ideas, and I started, ships and trucks and things like that. But, like I'm building this. What's it called? The this Trine ship.
From Star Wars?
No, it's Marvel.
Oh, the pie one. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. What is it called?
From the Eternals.
Anyways, I'm Classic Spice Eternals. That's what it is. So I'm turning it into a giant Classic Space ship. So I got the base with the landing gear done, 4 engines, and there's still some work to do on it, but it's coming along.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I would say the one thing about if you got that in your hand, you should take that to a convention, because I think it's really easy to go to your first convention and be like overwhelmed by the quality of builds that are out there. I mean, there will be people who've been building for 20 years who will bring stuff, and I think it can be a little bit intimidating the first time you go to a convention. So if you've got something that you've made and you're going, I would encourage you to present it.
But I mean, going to for the public day.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about anything. I think I'm a good builder. I think I got some skills.
Okay.
I built quite a few good mocks, and so I'm good in that sense. But and I've done shows, right? Like I've engaged with the public, and that's what I do as well with my job and everything. So yeah. But thanks.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool. Just like I've told this story in my chat this week, but my kids in cadets, Army cadets, and their commanding officer, who's a full-grown adult like the rest of us, he likes Star Wars Lego. It came out that he collects Star Wars Lego. So we've been chatting back and forth, and on the weekend we were talking about the May the 4th stuff that was coming out. And I said, by the way, have you heard about like Bricks in the Six in Toronto? He's like, my buddy just told me about that. I think we're going to go for one of the public days. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Buy your tickets early because they might sell out ahead of time just to be safe. And then I was like, and then there's another one in Montreal area in September. So, maybe we'll see you there too. And same thing. He wants to go. He wants to check it out for one of the public days, and then decide whether or not he actually wants to attend one type thing, right? Like to go as a conventioner. Which makes total sense. A lot of people do that as well. So, Albert Scown is here too. Hello, welcome.
And
So
the other thing for anyone who's like listening, if you have the ability to go to the I don't know how many setup days for his setup for Bricks and the Sticks, but the most enjoyable part for me is the pre-public days where you just get to walk around and chat with other builders and ask them, how did you do that, or what was your inspiration? Like that's the part that I always come away from conventions and just really enjoy, just sort of vibing with people with a similar passion and who also have Lego rooms at home.
for sure. So as for myself, I've been working away at the castle. I could show pictures, but we don't have time. I will show, I built like a smaller scale tower that's doesn't look smaller, but hold on. Big tower, slightly smaller tower. These are this one's 6 wide, this one's 4 wide, plus the brackets, so it's a little bit smaller. But this is also a half a tower because this will sit right on the edge of my display. So basically, kind of shows how it's created a bit, and I'm going to make it so I can easily pull it off the display to show people. And I'm currently working on the other half. So this is like one tower on one side of the harbor, one tower on the other side of the harbor. The second tower is actually still in progress, but it's going to be an oval with some storage rooms. And it's going to be, there's a hill here, so that's why this is built higher for now. But I had a meeting today that was boring, so I started working on this one. While I listened, it was one of those listening only meetings, so that worked well. But yeah, I've been working on that.
That water part, is it like a port? Like you're getting boats in there and cranes and stuff? Or
yeah, something along those lines. Hold on, I'll pull it up here. Let me just alt tab here. So I mean, a general shot is that there where this is the harbor, this is the lake, and then there's an entrance here for the harbor. I have better shots, so let's just I got to figure out which way to go here. So yeah, that's more of the harbor there. I originally did it in dark gray, and then I think I'm going the right way. Switched it out to light gray just because it looks a lot better. And surprisingly, I had more light gray parts than I did dark gray, so that worked out well too. So yeah, one tower sits over here, another tower, the oval tower sits here. So there's, I just test fitting the towers here. I took some pictures. Yeah, there's the one I just showed kind of sitting here as well. So still waiting for parts to come in. My bricks and pieces order from a couple of weeks ago hasn't actually arrived yet. So Matt, the fact that you got yours makes me jealous, even though it was the wrong order.
Well, actually, what showed up today was Bricklink. So that was a Bricklink
order.
No. Sunday.
The plates you got though, those were the 16 by 16 plates. Were those not?
Yeah. So what happened was when they sent me the wrong thing on Sunday, I called customer service and they said, well, you'll go to the front of the queue, but I don't know how long that was going to take. Yeah. So I then clicked over to Bricklink and found a U.S. store that had them actually a couple cents cheaper than Shop at Home did. Yeah. And I went ahead and just placed an order. So it's the Bricklink that showed up, but the Europe ones went in the mail today. So they should be here 7 to 10 days.
Yeah. So your Europe order, that was the original order that were the plates instead of the bricks, that was shipped around the same day as mine. And you got yours on the weekend, and I haven't seen mine.
Got it.
So that's where I was like, grr. But mine might have been sent regular mail because it probably wasn't as large of a box, and yours was probably done as a parcel. So that's probably why it went that way. Yeah. But anyway,
those mosaic plates are not small. So
I also fell into like the new sets came out this week, or the May 1st sets came out. With that were the Disney minifigures. And I normally buy a box and split it 3 ways between me and 2 other people, but because Disney is an 18 character set, it's 1 box is 2 sets. So I realized I basically had to buy 2 boxes to make sure I got at least 2 full sets, or at least 4 full sets, I guess, but to get the 3 I needed. And I started hearing that they were selling out in stores already because they're Disney. So I ended up dropping like $400+ this weekend, or yesterday, and buying 2 full boxes of Disney figs, which I still have to open and make sure they're complete sets, because I've also heard that some of the boxes aren't equally distributed. So kind of worried about that. But anyway, so yeah, fun stuff. That's about it for my side, I think.
Yes, went to the store on Monday, and I was thankful that I am not a Disney person, and I wasn't at the table to steal all the bags.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm a completist, I guess, in the fact that I do want the set because I have all the other ones, or most of the other ones. There's a few I don't, but and looking at the individual figs, like other than I think King John and Robin Hood are the only two that I really want for the castle. But I realized how many princesses and queens and stuff are in that kit too, in that set too. So it's like, I'll end up putting those in the castle anyhow. So, the second set that I have will, most of or half of it probably I'll end up using in the castle just for fun figures here and there. And yeah, it was I think 487 with taxes, which is probably what, 400 US, something like that ish. I don't know. Someone else can do the math because I'm not. Anyways, we should probably hop into the news because there's a lot. Well, we're almost at. Sorry, let's rephrase that. Lego Ideas stuff. There's a few sets that made it into the last round, the end of round 1, which ended April 1st, or April 31st, I should say. So first up was the vintage radio, which coincidentally Legoland or Lego Australia did some builds, and one of them was an old style radio. So it's interesting that this one coincides with that. It doesn't look anything like it. Well, it looks a little bit like it, but not a lot. So it's kind of interesting to see this one in there. But anyways, this one's by Dimex Art. 113 pieces, 1,130 pieces. It joined the list of 71 sets that are going to make it in. Also joining that was a small shrimp boat, which actually looks pretty nice as well. And it's up on a dry dock type thing getting repaired. This one's by Adwind, about 1,200 pieces.
What's the name on that?
Anna. Looks
Anna.
like Anna. Yep, Anna.
Looks like Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that would be. I guess they couldn't use that one, but
Yeah.
interesting. They do have a white tile with like the wood print on it, so it'd be interesting to see if those ever came out. And lastly, coincidentally, this was the image for one of the other sets that we had that made it to the ideas, but they had put the wrong image in. There was the hourglasses. So if you've seen the picture, that's why we had it last week in our chat, but it was a different set. The hourglasses also had 10,000 supporters. This one's by Brick Dangerous. 575 pieces, so a smaller one.
It must be so loud for an hourglass.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not accurate at all, but look at all. I'm loving the gears on the side. I think that would be really cool to have all those gears in different colors. But anyway, so that wrapped up the first 2023 review stage. So there are 71 sets. We're not going to go through them today, or ever, maybe, I don't know, just because there's 71. And we have lots of news to talk about. But if you do care to see it, Brickset has posted it, or sorry, the Brick Fan posted it May 1st. So if you do want to hop over to the brickfan.com, feel free and check it out. If we have a slow news week, probably next week, because there's no new sets to announce, then we'll maybe jump back in and check that out. We'll see. But now we're in May, so on May 2nd, a new set hit the 10,000 mark, which is a Big Boy Train by Lassie Phil. It's spelled weird, but anyways, so it's the actual first set to get into the second stage of the second round of Lego Ideas. So hopefully there's not another 70 to come, but it's possible, I guess, now. Oh, Mr. Sancier is in the chat. Hello, David. I'm just wondering if he's actually going to join us. We'll see. But anyways, we'll leave his name up here for now, saying no. I'm guessing he's rebooting his PC, but we'll see what happens. All right, I think that's it for ideas. Yes, it is for those idea sets. There is an ideas contest going on the Lego Ideas site for Disney 100 Years of Fairy Tales. So there's a building challenge to celebrate the Disney 100th anniversary. And it's a collaboration with Target, where you can build a classic Disney scene or character using 550 to 800 elements. And using minifigs with new molds will reduce your chances of winning. So use existing bricks from the existing palette. If your idea is chosen, you get 1% of the total net sales and 10 copies of the set for yourself, and credit and bio in the source material. So this will probably be another combination that will be on the Lego or available through Target at some point. I think one of the other ones is Dungeons and Dragons, which I don't think. No, it was a Viking Village. I think was the last one that they had. There might have been other ones, but that's the one I remember. So, okay. So, May the 4th started officially on Monday with all the wonderful sets available. I say that half-heartedly because not all of them are great, but so I mean the X-Wing obviously was available. The Death Star promo. So yeah, you bought over $250-ish Canadian, I think it was 200 Canadian. Yeah, 200 Canadian, I believe. So if you bought the X-Wing, you basically got the Death Star promo. You got this coin promo with the holographic, not holographic, but translucent Death Star thingy. I'll add you in a second, Dave. And the mini X-Wing as well. As far as I know, I think all those promos are still available, but I haven't checked. Hey, Dave, how are you?
Hello.
Dave, Paul, Dave.
Yeah, hi, Dave.
I'm assuming you guys have never met, so.
No, I never met Paul, but we exchanged a lot
Not in
through
person.
Messenger. Not in person, but
For sure. Also, double VIP points are on from now till the 7th on all Star Wars purchases. There was also an in-store 5 times points on certain sets.
yeah, like non-selling sets.
Yeah, so Boba Fett's throne room at ATST Dark Trooper helmet, Justifier, and the ambush on Ferrex.
You know why they're not selling? Because they're poorly designed and they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
So,
were there actually?
I did get the ambush set because I had not bought it because it was, but when they put it 25% off, I was like, okay.
Were there any discounts online for any sets that anybody saw? Because I didn't even bother looking.
Nope.
Okay, because it does say discount on certain sets online only. So, so Matt, you bought in order to get all those promos, and you sold one of those promos already, from what I heard as well.
Yeah, I listed it immediately.
That's the quick turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, typically you get the best price if you sell it in the first 24 hours. So I listed it for the cheapest price in the US and I ended up selling it for $40. So I basically got 25% off of what I spent. So that's better than double VIP or a full discount day. So that's me. I'm always working the angles.
Makes sense.
If I don't love the GWP, I'll sell it and help pay for my Lego addiction. So
yeah, makes sense. Also in the reward center is a VIP sweepstakes, May 4th to the 14th. So that hasn't actually started yet. For a sterling silver R2D2, 50 points per entry though, so it will cost you points to enter, but you can enter as many times as you want, possibly, or at least once a day. I don't know what it doesn't say, but previously they've had a once a day thing. There is I didn't know this, free entry for signed Star Destroyer.
Yep.
UCS Star Destroyer. So I guess if you go on the reward center every day, you can click on it and enter it. I haven't been doing that because I totally forgot about it. Also a limited.
Signed by who?
Signed by, well, probably the Emperor, I would guess. Or maybe Darth
The
Vader.
Emperor.
I don't know. Probably one of the designers. It doesn't say.
Signed by
it's-
Ian McDermott.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can make a big difference. You know.
Well, agreed. Yeah, I would assume by the designer. But
Sure.
it's a good question, actually.
Signed by the Emperor. Ian
and
McDermott
Yoda.
signed the
Yoda.
Emperor.
Yes. Also, limited edition Star Wars Prince for 3,500 VIP points, and blah blah blah, a bunch of other stuff. Star Wars bundles.
Why would people order prints?
Well, I mean, if you like artwork,
Yeah, but
and you can't afford the box, you can't afford to buy the box lid and the box that comes with it. Because I mean, that's basically the box cover missing the set number and parts.
yeah, just buy the set. I don't know.
There's also a digital download as well for 10 VIP points for a screensaver type or a background image of all the X-Wings over the years. So, other sets available now are the Brickheads, the Endor Brickheads, the Disney Little Mermaid storybook, and the clamshell. The Duplo sets were in Turbine and 3-in-1 Treehouse. The Tales of the Space Age Ideas set. Marvel's Ant-Man construction figure, which is just in time for the Disney digital release of the show, I think in the 15th of May-ish. Collectible Disney minifigures.
Which you bought?
2 boxes. Anyway. And then the Star Wars sets, the Pirate Snub Fighter, the Mandalorian Fane Fighter versus TIE Interceptor, Emperor's Throne Room, Endor Speeder Chase, UCS X-Wing, which we talked about, and the Executor Super Star Destroyer, which was sold out the moment it went live.
I saw a rumor on Facebook saying that the Pirate Snub Fighter was recalled.
Really?
Because someone posted a picture of a box in Walmart, and he had a marker. He had a marker saying recall, and all the boxes were in the original, the packing Lego box, and it said recall on the box. So there's that rumor floating around. It's still available on Shop at Home, but I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. I'll have to see that. I will buy the Snub Fighter at some point just because I want it for the scale to build a few other ones, because I still am interested in building that large pirate ship that was on the Corsair. I don't know if I will, because I've never really built a Star Wars mock before, but that one kind of got me as, ooh, I like the look of that one. But
it's a nice
anyways,
ship,
we'll see what happens.
for sure.
Yeah. Also the Technic Peugeot 98X or 9X8. Peugeot. I said it right, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
And I forgot, like Ant Bandit with
yeah, that was hilarious. He did say it right though in his actual video that he made for it. So, all right. So April 27th. So last Wednesday night, Lego actually posted a sustainability survey. This is again from the Brick Fan, which is asking questions about the journey of your Lego sets. So starting with one of the sets you remember as a kid.
Yeah, I filled out that survey, and quite honestly, I don't know what they're going to do with my answers, because...
Well, it's just trying to figure out how long Lego sets remain.
I mean, come on, I got my first set in like 1980.
Yeah.
The first set I remember, because I got sets before that, but the first one that I remember getting was in 1981. So, and they were asking, well, what happened after 1 month? I was still playing with it. What happened? And I was 7 at the time. So what happened after 1 year? I was still playing with it.
Exactly. Yeah. It was. And what happens after 5 years? Well, it was in my collection. I filled it out too. It's a survey for them to just get some information. It was an interesting survey because it was like, a lot of repetition about 1 year, 5 years. I mean, it is geared towards a younger crowd, obviously.
Probably.
Axel Plate wants me to say Koenigsegg. Okay. I know how to pronounce my car names, thanks. And Dave, are you joining yours? Are you joining us? Live chat. Maybe I'll try this tonight. Join us, Davey. You can look at all the classic space sets. Oh wait, no, there are none.
That was cruel.
It was. Anyway, so if you follow the link on the Brick Fan, it'll bring you to the link to the survey. It was an interesting thing, kind of a night. Makes you think about what happened with your favorite Lego set and how long you had it and all that kind of stuff.
It's in the collection.
Yeah. I believe that this was not the window. Oh, well, yeah, new sets are available now. We already talked about that. Lego is listening to the public. They're piloting in, I think it was one of the New York Lego Discovery or New Jersey Discovery Center. They're piloting a VIP point program at the Discovery Centers, which they haven't had in the past. But Lego has purchased the Discovery Centers from Merlin because at one point they were a separate company. So they are testing it out currently at the one Legoland Discovery Center in New Jersey, in the American Dream Mall. And if successful, they will probably bring it out to all Discovery Centers. So the bonus of that is that they do have pick a brick at the Discovery Centers, and it is usually a different selection, and it is by weight. So sometimes a little more expensive, but you can get parts that aren't normally available in a regular store and stuff. And I think they have some promo stuff too that might not appear in all stores, I think. So, all right, sets. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I got my set.
Go.
2 new themes were announced. One of them is based on a Lego or on a DreamWorks. Oh, it's a DreamWorks show. I thought it was a Disney Plus show. So I just learned something called Gabby's Dollhouse. So there's a bunch of sets. These are geared towards younger children, 4+ age range. But there is still some interesting bits and pieces in here. So we'll talk about it. We're not necessarily going to go over the prices and stuff. Some of these sets have prices in American dollars. Some of them don't. So we'll probably not touch too much on the pricing right now, unless it's extremely expensive compared to what it is. But we'll see. So first up is this little dollhouse. They're all dollhouse sets. Bake with Cake Fun, which has a weird cupcake cat thing. So not sure. I guess you'd have to watch the show to understand what's going on. But anyway, like I said, a 4+ set. There's probably a few interesting pieces in here. Purple ice cream. I think we've had that before.
The little mixing bowl is cute.
The mixing bowl is what?
It's cute.
That's
great.
That's
Yeah.
the ball and socket piece
From-
that's been a bunch of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen that for quite some time, so that's interesting. There's a Gabby and Mercat's Ship and Spa, so another little does float ship with some characters. Anyways, we're gonna breeze through this because I don't think most of us are gonna be buying it for ourselves. Kitten Fairy's Garden Party, 130 pieces.
Especially since they're all 4+ sets.
Yeah, they're all 4+ sets. So, but sometimes they have parts that it's like, oh, hey, somewhere down the road, you're going to be like, oh, I need that part.
Yeah, somewhere down the road, like 6 months from now, because you're not going to get the parts.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
bricks and pieces right now. Or, well, I should say pick a brick.
There is one interesting part in here, and that's something to do with the elevator. Just because no one's been able to figure out how it's been created. I've been reading online about it. It looks like there's some kind of a rail system and some kind of part that will ride in that rail. But no one's really been able to figure it out what it is. I don't know if it's just a garage door rail or the gutter piece vertically that would run in the garage door rail holders or something like that. And it almost looks like one of the video bases, but that had hinges on the side, so I don't know. So something to look forward to, or something to look at least, and look into. Anyways, up next, I kind of put these in the order of interest. The Marvel and DC sets are just the construction figs and one set of bikes, and not that interesting, not that great. Out of the construction, what was that?
Batman.
Yeah, Batman. Batman is the most interesting out of the 3 construction figs that are coming out. If you ask me, it looks more like Batman than the other ones do look like what they're portraying. But again, I'm not a huge fan of these types of
Face is kind of flat though.
Yeah, it's just like I think all of them have the same printed face, just different face. So there's a Batman, there's a Wolverine. Prices here are in pounds. So it's interesting that they're doing Wolverine. That means maybe X-Men are coming sooner than later. And another shot of Wolverine.
I said could be.
Could be. And then a horrible looking Captain America, just because he has no neck. That's just.
And he has a smile. I mean, he's too happy.
He's too happy. Yeah. But he could do this all day because he's Captain America. I mean, with the shield on his back, it looks okay because you can't really see that neck joint, but it's just horrible. Anyway, I mean, maybe it's just the angle of the Batman that we can't see the neck in any of those shots because they're all probably the same construction. But anyway, it is what it is. Last but not least is a Black Widow and Captain America bikes based off of the Avengers 2 movie.
And they're kind of bad looking.
Well, they're like the 4+ bikes, I would say. Like the style of those pieces. They're not it's not a 4+ set.
Come
but
on.
Yeah.
Does that look like a motorcycle to you?
Now, if it had been a helicopter.
And why are they in snow without shouldn't it be a snowmobile?
Well, I mean, this is based off of the
Avenger Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, yeah, thank you. Which I think that started out in the snow, right?
Yeah.
Or at least in the forest.
Yeah.
So
with snow.
Yeah. But anyways, so I mean that's it for Marvel sets.
They look horrible. I'm sorry.
I agree. I mean, we've had
horrible.
Yeah. We've had obviously the Guardians of the Galaxy sets already released, and there are other Marvel movies coming up in the next few months or the next half year. So those sets will come out in different periods. But it's interesting that they put it 1 DC set and 3 Marvel sets. It's like meh. Anyways, we'll go on to that. These ones are actually kind of interesting. Lego doesn't really have a category for these. I say they're creator, but they're kind of like other on the Lego websites. So first up is a Jade Rabbit set, which is another Chinese-based, Asian-based set. It's some kind of a Jade Rabbit is some kind of a festival, I believe, that happens. But it's actually not the right time of the year for this set to come out because I think it's later in the year that this would happen. But anyways, the set actually opens up inside. I saw a picture and it's got a couple of bunnies inside, and it looks like it could be like a moon cake or something like that. I watched Jane's channel today, Jane Bricks, and he was talking about it, so I'm kind of rehashing what it was. But anyways, it's a cute little bunny. Also available will be a birthday cake set at $15 US, which is kind of cute. I mean, it's kind of nice to have birthday related type sets every year.
You know what one I wish they would bring back was the graduate set, because I would give those out.
Graduation ones? Yeah.
Yeah. I would give those out to students. And they were like, I don't remember. They were like, I think under $10. They weren't too expensive. And now, I'm not going to go. They're just not available in the store. So I wish they would bring back the graduate set.
Yeah. I know the collectible figure, the graduation collectible figure was selling for huge amounts of money, and every year it goes up because someone still wants to get it for their kid or whatever, right? So I did notice the birthday cake opens up and becomes like a slide, which is kind of fun.
Birthday slide.
Hence the kid with the sled, which now makes a little bit sense. Jade Rabbit we already talked about. Oh yeah, there's the opening of the Jade Rabbit set to show the 2 bunnies and a sun, a yolk, a moon. I don't know.
A yolk.
Jang said it was like an egg yolk, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. Also, another small flower set, the lotus flowers. I have been collecting these. I haven't actually built the last ones that came out, but I've been collecting them because I think they're kind of cool to have as little sets.
Because you're a completist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Also, surprisingly revealed, because no one was expecting this one, there is a buildable basic minifigure with a baseball cap or a cap. Now this
Looks
would
like
be
a hard hat. It doesn't look like a cap.
hard hat. This is the same scale as the pirate that came out for the Lego store or the Lego house, only available there. I believe it's the same scale as the Harry Potter and Hermione figures as well. Not
And he
100%
has the classic smiley face.
classic smiley face, and the hat pops open. The pictures of this are really crappy, but the hat pops open and there's a little control center with the same figure inside, and it's able to sit. The hat we discovered is a 10 by 10 dome that hasn't been available in an unprinted form before. It was available originally in the Hulkbuster, the latest Hulkbuster big huge set. There was the hat, so it was in dark red and printed. So we're hoping this comes out in clear or some kind of transparent, because that would make a great little spaceship windscreen. Of course, any
Or
piece of
dome
transparent.
for
Or a dome.
base.
Yeah, a dome for a base as well. So, there's a better shot of the control center area. So, but the price on this one was actually pretty low cost. It was $50 US, which to me, I mean, 654 pieces at $50. That's actually a decent price. I was surprised.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Also,
Probably
creator.
full of pink bricks.
It's probably sorry. What?
It's probably full of pink bricks inside.
Oh yeah, probably. I was surprised to see this one, a little Land Rover Classic Defender minifig scale set. At ranging at about $15 or something like that US. I'm definitely going to buy one of these because I do like Land Rovers. Never going to be able to afford one, but I do like them.
Because you buy too much Lego.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. So yeah, $15 US.
You could probably just download the instructions and do a Land Rover in any color that you like.
Except for the fact that it is the headlights are two printed. Looks like the jumper 2x2 jumpers.
Okay.
And I think the print is the same on both sides of the jumper because the grill covers the other half, and the grill is a sticker. So, and it's also in the bright light orange color.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that all the parts are available, but yes, it could be easily built or bought in a different color or built in any color you want, except for that the front grill. But for $15 US, $20 Canadian ish, I'm buying this set. I don't care because I think it's funny. And it's to celebrate the 75th anniversary of Land Rover. Okay, I'd like to say we're halfway through, but I don't know if that's accurate. Harry Potter sets have been dropping throughout the week, so there's literally like 7 tabs of Harry Potter. So most of them are one tab each. So the first one that came out earlier the day after our chat was the Dobby for the house elf, which is a cute little set, maybe a little creepy at the same time, but that's Dobby, just the way it is. It comes with the book with the sock in it and a cake and a little name tag, which is kind of cute.
And we will end up with it looks like we're getting more parts in light nougat.
Yes, that's true too. The whole body, we're definitely getting a good palette of that now. So 403 pieces, so it's a fairly small set. There isn't a mention of price here because this came from a European retailer site. There's the book and the sock and the cake. So next up from Harry Potter is this was actually I think released today, or this was an article from today. Another retailer has the Hogsmeade Station and Hogwarts Express train set. So there's not a lot of
5th or 6th version of the Hogwarts Express.
But we've never had it with Hogsmeade, I don't think, with an actual building. So sorry, this is actually from the Lego building instruction page that someone got this out. They didn't. It wasn't from a European retailer or anything like that.
So I mean, Lego screwed themselves up.
Yeah, but that's okay. Information will be coming out soon for this one. But if Lego posted it accidentally, even, it's still fair game for us.
Yeah.
Brian Jorgensen has joined us. Hello. The blue and red fig. Yes, it's a big sculpture outside the Lego or outside Lego's headquarters as well. I've seen pictures of that as well. Oh, Steve Weiser's here as well. Gotta call him a night. Catch y'all later. Well, he was here at least. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to buy that minifigure anyhow. I think it's cute enough and just a fun little build, I would say.
And definitely priced right.
Priced right and customizable. You can basically take that face now and make any character you want from any of the original. Like you could build the pirate now, basically. Oh no, I guess the pirate actually had the beard and stuff, but
yeah. Because the pirate was actually the first minifig to have a different head, a different face than all of the other minifigs.
You're right. Next up, there's a bunch of brick heads for Harry Potter. So we have Kingsley, Shockbolt, and Nymphadora. I always forget her name. Tonks. That's why they all called her Tonks.
Nymphadora.
Yeah. So this one's available June 1st. Most of the sets are available late or August 1st. Some of them are a little earlier. So we'll figure that out at some point. There's a Harry Potter and Cho Chang set as well, which is the first time we've had Cho. We've had Harry Potters before, but I guess obviously we're dealing more with the Quidditch game in these sets because they're wearing their Quidditch outfits. And likewise, there's a Malfoy and Cedric Diggory figs as well, also in their Quidditch outfits. I think that was it. Shockbolt and Tonks we already talked about. So next up for Harry Potter is, hey, guess what?
Quidditch.
A Quidditch match.
Quidditch.
Which is kind of interesting because it's like a little box. I was thinking originally it had a lid. Oh, actually it does. It folds up a little bit. Okay, yeah, there's the hinge there. I haven't had a chance to look at all these sets because there was just too much. And, I actually had to work. So, but what was that? This came from JP Spellwarren. Anyways, Spielwarren. Forgot my German. And there's another set coming out as well, Expecto Patronum, 64 pounds, which is the stag from Harry Potter, Harry's Patronus. And it also has the ability to rebuild into another creature. I think it's the wolf. So it's like kind of a 2-in-1. And lastly, I think it's the last one in this page. There's the Battle for Hogwarts, 730 pieces, 84 pounds. Now, the interesting thing is Lego posted an image after these have dropped that shows all of these sets that have been available for the past 2 or 3 years combined into a large Hogwarts castle. And it looks like they've been planning this for a while, that they all are able to snap together in a way that will look like the micro scale Hogwarts castle set that they had, but only in larger scale. Oh yeah, there's the Quidditch trunk. We kind of talked about that already. Okay. Is that it for Harry Potter? No. Also announced was the Diagon Alley Weasley Wizards Wheezes, which is a larger version of the last round, like the Diagon Alley set they had. It's a larger scale set with a good selection of Weasleys and some other characters as well, and another little building in the back also. This came from the Mexican Lego certified store.
Someone messaged me to ask if I was going to get this because I buy Harry Potter sets for the parts and I usually flip the figs. But
yeah,
I said I already bought a whole bunch of orange window frames, and now they come out with this set that's absolutely positively loaded in orange windows.
Yeah. So you're not.
I'm not sure how many more orange windows I need to be.
Yeah. I hear you on that one. But interesting, has the brick pattern been out in the medium lilac color already?
I think that it has. Yeah.
Okay. Because it looks like it's a 1x4 brick too. So
yes, and that's what it was in the Diagon Alley that came out. Okay. They had the 1x4 in there. So
yeah. Okay. So it comes with, as I said, a selection of Weasleys. Ginny, Romilda, Vane, Ron Lavender Brown. Ooh, that was weird feedback. An Owl postal worker, Fred and George, listed for 2,299 pesos. So around 130 US.
When
I started
you
to
look
worry
at the
there.
price in pesos, you just start to worry.
Yeah, I was like, what? So, and it's got a good interior, fairly well designed, I'd say, or fairly well. A lot of stuff is what I'm trying to say. And probably lots of new parts. I mean, we haven't really been looking at new parts in here because that's
Just
a
don't
stream
have
in
the
itself.
time.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Disney.
Does somebody have the show open? Does somebody have the YouTube open another window? Because there's been a consistent echo.
I don't know. I don't. I can tell you that.
Okay.
But
all
right. Yeah, we occasionally are getting a little bit of feedback. So, anyway, okay. Next up, Disney, the 100-year anniversary. There's been another few sets announced. So the first one, this one is a duo set and a villains icon set. So we'll actually, there's the villains icons, but we'll actually talk about the duos first. This is a 553-piece set, which honestly, I thought, based on looking at all the characters, I thought there would be a lot more parts. But this one's actually quite interesting just because it's got some like iconic figures, Luminaire and Cogsworth. I got those right, yay. I don't know these two, I have to say. What, do they have names in the actual set? Oh, Miko and Percy from Pocahontas? Okay. I've never watched, well, I've watched Pocahontas, but it's so long ago I don't remember these characters. Nemo and oh, what was his name? The little baby turtle. Crawl?
The little one.
Yeah,
Dude.
little dude. I forget what his name is. In my head, it starts with a C, but anyways. And lastly, the pig and rooster from Moana. So, I mean, it's a pretty cool little collection of figures. I think they'd be kind of cool as little shelf warmers because that's probably what they'll do. But for any Disney lover, I can see those selling easily. The other one is the Villains Icon Set, 1,540 pieces. So celebrating all the Disney villains. The hilarious thing is, they built a VHS tape in here, or a beta. I guess it could be beta.
No, it's a VHS.
Is it VHS? You sure?
Yep.
Okay, fine.
Definitely.
Because VHS won the war.
No, because it has the two windows, and beta used to.
Oh,
to
beta
have
had the
only
one.
Yep.
That's right. I didn't realize that was a difference until you mentioned that, and then include in because we had both. Anyways, so this has a couple of or a series of books, the clock, Poisoned Apple, a Queen of Hearts card as well, and likewise has the witch from Snow White.
Gaston.
What's his name? Gaston. Thank you. Gaston, Cruella, Maleficent, and is that the bad genie from Aladdin? Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep. Again, I forget his name, but it's a cool little
Jafar.
set.
Jafar.
Yeah,
Jafar.
Yeah. It's been a while. The interesting also thing was that the apple opens up and why can't I not think of her name now?
Maleficent.
No, Maleficent's this one. Anyways, she lies inside the apple, so it's kind of like a little bed.
Queen.
Beta never made it to Denmark. Wow, that's insane. Guess it makes sense. It was probably an American creation or something. Anyway. Okay, the Lego Monkey Kid sets. These ones, like this one is absolutely beautiful.
Yes. Take my money now.
Dragon of the East Palace, which is actually Chinese lore, an underwater city, an underwater palace, where apparently the Monkey King originally got his staff, and that's why the staff is in this one.
I will be buying that.
Matt will be buying it. It's a beautiful collection of dark blue and, well, gold, if you like gold. But we'll scroll down and get to that one as well. So first up for Monkey Kid is an airship at $50 US, I would assume. And it's kind of an interesting set. This looks like a newer canopy type piece. I was looking at some pictures, but it's got like a huge section in the middle knocked out. So I don't know what it originally was for. But there's 4 of them in this set, so it's kind of an interesting part. In that bright yellow, not really sure what it'll be used for. Would Gaston work in a castle set? Yes, but no, because I'm not going to buy that just for Gaston. Just saying. Are there new sea animal heads on those figures in the Monkey Kid set? Well, we will double check that. Golden wings on the airship.
The sea head, yeah. There's some fun stuff.
Oh, golden wings here. Yeah, we'll have a look at that one when we get into it. So anyway, it's kind of an interesting little set. I like kind of the airship design. And it's just like a weird vehicle underneath, but and a little cannon and stuff. This is another series that's coming out with golden parts, golden weapons at the looks of it. Collect all 5 or whatever. So yeah, the back of the airship opens up, or the front of the airship opens up, and that's where I could see that piece. I was kind of staring at that for a while. So that's the first one. Next one is May's Guardian Dragon, which I know Small Paul from Old Grey Bricks is probably going to be super happy about this because it's a dragon.
Yes.
And shout out to Small Paul, who will probably never see this. Anyways, it is a gorgeous looking dragon, though. I like the detail on it, like all the ornate stuff on it. Again, there's probably a little pile of new parts in here, like possibly this blade and stuff, but I haven't had a chance to like dig in and check it out.
That gold blade piece looks like a new mold to me.
Yeah,
maybe not.
I'd say so. The exact same blade on this tail, if you look at it.
And I'm assuming that's a translucent. No, that's probably just straight line. I was gonna say that might be translucent, but
no, just lime, I think.
Yeah. Next up is the Mighty Azure Lion. Coincidentally, not azure, it's turquoise of the dark variety. So obviously, its Azure Lion is not related to the color, but another interesting set.
There's that blade again.
There's that blade, yeah. So I do like how they carry the parts throughout the sets and kind of work them in different ways. So I haven't really been watching Monkey Kid. I've watched the first few episodes, so I'm way behind. But I'm assuming this would all make sense if you watch the show and would be collectible. There is that cockpit piece that's in Dark Azure, though, which is kind of interesting. Upside down. So I'm assuming the chest opens up and you can put a figure in there. Doesn't show that, but I'd assume. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. They can't see anything because there's no window, but okay. And lastly, the Dragon of the East Palace at a whopping $189, but 2,364 parts.
Yes.
Matt is happy. Yes, there are some interesting animal heads or like fish head type things on these characters, so hopefully we get a close up.
Fish head.
And apparently not. Maybe
you get the like people with the lobster hats, don't you? Isn't that the set it comes in?
Oh, like from the Lego movie?
No, but it's a different mold. It's not the same. Right there, those guys.
Yeah. Oh,
they got the lobster eyes. Look at those.
Wow, those are interesting.
Yeah, there's some.
I don't know.
There's a real sense of humor about a lot of the Monkey Kid sets.
Yeah,
appreciate.
Even the animation is kind of humorous the way they do it. So, oh, Yvonne's watching. He says, and was watching. She's going to the car. She might have chatted earlier. I didn't catch it though. Yeah, I was looking at these heads and like, okay, you could probably put these into an aquarium or something like that. I'm not really sure about these guys, like just as a head alone, to just as a background character or something. But anyway, kind of interesting. But yeah, I love that there's like I'm pretty sure that's dark blue. Although looking at this, it looks more like regular blue.
Yeah, it's hard to tell actually.
Yeah, like oh no, you know what? The front is dark blue and that's regular blue.
Yeah.
So why do you like the set so much, Matt?
I bought the prior Monkey Kid undersea stuff, and I have not put it together. But I actually just like the characters. It echoes a lot of the undersea stuff that we saw in the Ninjago City set. I plan on putting it right next to my house, in my Lego room, on the other side of the room is all the Ninjago City. So it's gonna go right next to that, and I think it looks like it could be in the same world. I like the playfulness of the undersea creature motifs on the minifigs. I feel like it's an area that hasn't been done to death, where there's certain things that Lego beats to death. You know, I mean, like we get a new fire station every other year and another police station and yada yada yada. You know, so I just enjoy. I enjoy seeing like the new twists on things and just more underwater stuff in general.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe
Go
it's
ahead.
because when I was a kid, you know, I was fascinated with like, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And there was like some TV show about like that had submersibles. I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, I like that stuff.
Sequest?
That's what it was. Sequest.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. Interesting. Cool. And it looks like there's a kind of a sea dragon or something as well in this one. I didn't really touch on, but this one dropped late last week or over the weekend, I think.
Well, just after our stream, I think.
Was it April 30th? No, because our stream was the 27th, so this would have been Sunday or late Saturday night. I think Dana mentioned it, or someone mentioned it in our chat. So yeah, the Creator 3-in-1. There's a Main Street and a space roller coaster. We all probably want to talk about the roller coaster, but we'll go to the Main Street first, which is a fairly large set for 1,500 parts. And it looks decent for a little Main Street set. Almost starting to look a little Friends-ish in design, which I'm not. Yeah, in colors. I'm not complaining about that. I think that's good. But one of the things I was noticing was the building is really like all the buildings are really thin.
Yeah,
like that's 4 studs there. That's not even all of it.
There's
this is a 3-in-1.
them.
Yeah. So this is a 3-in-1. So you can build this Main Street here with the motel and everything, or you can build this building. Or
I think this set will be a great set for people who actually do like brick films or brick animation, because you get the perfect like background for a city or something like that.
Yeah. Been here since the beginning. I didn't say hi. It's Smile Cookie Week. Enough said. She's already smiled too much in doing cookies. So
yeah, but it's for a good cause.
It is, but she decorates hundreds of them through the night. So, so the more interesting one out of those, like I like the city one, but I have to say this one caught my heart. I mean, caught my eye, which is a space roller coaster. I have yet to buy any roller coaster set from Lego. I almost bought the pirate ship one from a few years back, but it was never available. Like when I decided I wanted it, it was sold out. So this one I think might end up in my collection. Dark blue track.
I don't know. I'm not super thrilled about this set.
Really?
Yep.
Really? That's interesting. That's just bizarre.
He's a hater.
Oh, Dave just disappeared. I'm joking.
I'm not a hater.
It's got classic space logos in it. At least
Where?
On the figs.
Well, just get the figs.
Is there an actual better link for this one? There might not be. All right, so a basic roller coaster, no motors or anything to raise it up or chain to pull it up or anything like that. But dark blue track, I don't think we've had a lot of dark blue track.
No, that's new.
Because the other roller coaster was an orange track with dark blue like framing, right? Yeah. So I wish Lego would choose one color or track and keep it that way. It does come with a little Space Baby. So it comes with the same one that was in the collectible minifig series. So if you weren't able to spend $5 and get one, you can spend a whole lot more and
get one.
Get this. So it is a 3-in-1 as well. So there's also the idea of like a spinny ride. A better shot of the baby. UFO spinny ride. Or a little space launch tower, like a drop set. The interesting thing is none of these two sets or these two designs have any other roller coaster track in it, which I thought was interesting. So if you do want to buy 3 so you can build all 3 sets, you're going to have a lot of extra track, which means you could probably make this one a bit bigger or something if you wanted to.
Probably.
I'm not planning to buy 3. I might buy one. We'll see. If they come on sale, it would probably be that would be the situation that I'd buy it.
So I pulled up on Bricklink the straight coaster track.
Yeah.
Previous to this, it has come initially in red, which was the big roller coaster. Dark gray. I'm sorry. Yeah, dark gray, light gray, dark turquoise, and bright light orange. So this will be the 6th color.
But
and
that's the 8 long track? Or like the 16 long track or whatever it is, like the longer segment?
Hang on.
Because this set only comes with like an 8 long segment. It's not the full length.
It's the short. I think it's the 4. It's the 16L.
Hold on, Dave. I'm gonna solo. Is it? So it's that one that Dave's holding.
Yes, the straight piece.
Okay.
This one. No, this one.
Yeah. So in this set, it's only the 8 long.
Interestingly, if we go with the 4 long piece, it's come in even more colors. It's also come in dark red, dark purple, and bright green. So I guess that must be like some of the other Friends type sets have had more colors.
Friends and Super Mario Brothers had them too. So there is. I don't know that every piece is available in one color yet. I think that's the biggest issue right now.
I think red. I think pretty much every shape of coaster track.
I don't think this piece, the Curve Hill, which came in the latest roller coaster, I don't think that one's in red.
So
or the Loop.
When the first coaster came out, we as a lug voted to put almost all the pieces on our bulk lug. So I have an entire box of red coaster track in my closet that in theory is going to become a giant roller coaster layout, but right now it's just sitting in my closet. So
Battery Power Bricks has the pirate one. Yes, Axel, these will be eventually on Pick a Brick, most likely.
I got these from Pick a Brick, mostly.
Yeah, and this is why you don't want the roller coaster, because you already have gray ones. So.
Well, I'm not gonna build a roller coaster. I'm gonna build a space train.
There you go. Or like a monorail type.
Yeah.
Only it won't be a monorail because
with Jason Element. The way he did it's genius. I'm just gonna copy and give him credit for it.
Yep. Good old Jason.
Yep.
All right. This was announced literally the day after our chat, which was the Donkey Kong sets. They were teasers that we talked about, and it answers the question. It's not going to be a computerized Donkey Kong. Mario works with these sets, so it's all basically Super Mario Brother expansions. So the first one up here, we'll scroll down and get to the first one. The Rambi the Rhino. 106 pieces, $11 US. I'm assuming this block has existed already for Mario for other sets. I've never actually personally seen it because I didn't really notice it. But I'm looking at this brick going, that's kind of a cool piece, like just to build with. Like you could actually build
it would make it good, like crates on a space base or something.
Yeah, crates for space, but that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if that makes it. I'm assuming that part probably, it might make it to bricks and pieces. I don't know. It's not printed. But anyway, so there's this expansion set for Donkey Kong. Also a Dixie King Jungle Jam, which has a few of the gears on it. I don't really understand half of this, I'll be honest, because I never got a chance to play Donkey Kong or much with Nintendo because I just didn't have Nintendo's systems. Anyways, some cool parts though in it. The splat gears and the nougat color. Donkey Kong's Treehouse. So this is the first time people have started noticing these leaf pieces in tan and green. So there's a new tree element that we'll have, which is awesome.
Yay!
More
flowers. They're also in some of the other the dream sets, which I've left to the end. What was that about flowers?
More flowers.
More flowers?
Well,
yeah, but those are all the standard flowers, right?
Well, those are
the pieces you can use to make flowers.
Yes.
Granted, yes.
Guaranteed we're going to see those parts show up in several botanical sets.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, I like the look of that piece. It's pretty nice. Last up was the Diddy Kon's minecart ride. When I first saw this, I thought this was actual train track. I was like, what? And then I realized it's all tile, which is like, okay, fine.
Ooh.
But yeah, anyways, 1,500 piece, or sorry, 1157 piece set. Not really sure what to say about it. It's a set.
It has Diddy Kong
It has Diddy Kong
and Funky Kong.
and some other Kong. So also has those leaves in this one as well. So all right, we're almost there, friends. Almost there. Only 4 more sets.
We can do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah, pretty much. So, friend sets. I'm gonna make this maybe a little bigger.
I mean, it'll look great right up there on that shelf.
With your painted ladies.
Yeah.
This is true. Only this is the painted lady apartment buildings.
It's true.
So the first one up is the Beach Buggy Fun set. Little
4
$10
plus set.
€10 set. It's a 4 plus.
Pass. Pass.
Pass.
And a baby dolphin.
Yeah, baby dolphin. That appears in a few other sets here too. I think right there again. Next up is a sea rescue boat, which originally I thought these were floatable pieces, and then realized this is the curve off of the back of the Porsche in white they originally had. Also, the typewriter had it in sand green, so this is just a wedge brick. So at first I was like, oh, that'd be a cool floatable piece, but not so much.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's a cool pontoon, though.
Yeah, it's a cool design for sure. Just doesn't float. So I mean, I can't take it in the tub with me. Anyway, I'm giving the cryy face.
Crickets.
Yeah, crickets. Yeah.
Nobody.
Do you really bring your Lego to your?
I haven't been in the tub for a very long time. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, next up, Sea Rescue Center. That died quick. So this one's kind of interesting because it's. Yeah, there's otters, but they're on their back, the way otters should be, but they don't look good any other way.
I like how Lego creator sets are moving towards the Friends palettes, and the Friends sets are moving towards the creator palettes of color.
And the city sets, we'll notice later, are looking a lot like the Friends sets too. So I'm wondering if they're working on merging everything together. Because years ago they had talked about crossing the figures, that Friends figs could appear in Lego sets, and I mean they did that for Lego Movie 2, but I don't think it was what they were really getting at. Maybe they just killed that idea a while ago. Sorry, Axel. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make it funny, I swear. Anyway, so yeah, this one looks like it's half above the sea level, half below. There's a little baby turtle here and a couple animals. Some coral.
Check out that brick-built otter at the top there with his printed face.
Yeah, on the sign, yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, for sure. So this one we kind of touched on last week because we were talking about the transparent pieces, so we'll skip past this one. Still a pretty cool little amusement park set though. Sports Center. It's a new one. It's got a climbing wall here that looks like you can turn it as well, so you can kind of, make your characters climb, or you can adjust them, I guess.
Or queasy.
Yeah, you can make them sick and dizzy. That's a good point.
Then you can use the splat piece for something else.
Yes, that's a good one. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here that caught my eye part-wise.
It's a nice tree.
Yeah, the tree's interesting. I was looking at the leaves. Those are the standard leaves just off of the flower stem pieces. So Autumn's horse stable set, another interesting tree. I love how the trees are all different now, and they're getting a little bit more adventurous with them. This has the new fern piece as well in here. Horse training set next up. I mean, these ones they basically put a horse set in almost every gear, I find. This is like the horse sets are like the helicopters of Friends, I think.
Have you ever met teenage girls and their love for horses? I mean,
one of my best friends from high school, who I saw like last week because her father passed, but anyways, that was a totally different story. She owns a horse farm in North Carolina. So yeah, she's a horse rider. So yes, I know horse people. I grew up on a farm too, so
But I'm not talking about people who own horses. I'm talking about young preteen girls who imagine how great
Granted.
it would be to ride.
What do you want for your birthday? A horse? A horsey? I want a horsey.
Because
Well,
the
better-
fantasy of like riding this horse. If you've ever seen Bob's Burgers, Tina has this whole thing about horses, and like she imagines that she has a horse, and they're like, "We're too poor, we can't afford to buy a horse."
Yeah, of course. And at least it's not a unicorn. That's all I can say. All right. Bad humor and all. Next up, the Heart Lake City Community Kitchen, which is just like a ground floor kitchen. I say ground floor because this is made to stack onto the apartment buildings that we see next. So this could be the bottom level of the apartment buildings, which is kind of interesting. So again, some more of those fern pieces. Looks like some of the tubes for Mario / some of the classic space thingies that we've seen in purple. That kitchen sign. Oh, I guess it's one of those Mario curvy 4x4 parts. Okay, I was gonna say, is that all
the landing
tiles?
gear for the
Yeah, for
Galaxy
that.
Explorer.
Yep, good point. And Fat Cat. And lastly is the Heart Lake City Community Center,
Sweet.
which, you know, 5 levels, include the ceiling. The roof has a huge mosaic on the side, a huge painting here on the side,
Mhm.
which is interesting. Matt's just drawing over all the window colors.
I am.
And ooh, that's a new color for the bricks.
Yes, it is.
It's like the light nougat brick.
Yes.
Interesting. I thought that
See,
was the last
you're
one.
gonna buy one. I'm predicting it now. You're gonna
No.
buy one.
I'm pretty much, I'll buy parts. I'm at that point now. I'm not buying sets anymore, except for the little Land Rover set and maybe a few others. But anyways, next up is a newsroom van, where we have a child protesting to keep to protect the owls, I'm assuming, from this lumberjack guy, and there's a newswoman and no parents with this child, who's definitely too young to be protesting by himself. But anyway,
It is a big news van, but only one guy with the chainsaw.
yeah.
Plot twist: the guy with the chainsaw is his dad.
Oh, maybe. He's after the kid, not the tree. Anyway, also a sea rescue plane, which is a little bit oversized pontoon-wise, because I think those are 3 wide. Those are the 3 wide cones. It still looks kind of cool though.
Standing a little high.
This
It
comes
looks
with
like
the
Those pods really could float, maybe.
yeah, but they can't because they're all brick built, and they would just sink. But yeah, I mean, they're big enough you would think they would float. And this one comes with like a little beluga whale baby of some sorts.
Yeah, that's from Duplo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's not the Duplo whale,
It's the Duplo baby whale.
but I mean, obviously they've probably changed it because that's a system stud on the top. So
If you zoom in, I think that's the Duplo size stud. I could be wrong, but
can zoom in.
pretty
on this
big.
one.
That's not a normal size stud from what I can see.
And that's what I was told, or that's what she said. Anyways,
Yeah, that's what he said.
yeah.
Oh, I walked in. the
Anyways,
house.
you did totally. Last up, nope, not last up. Second last up is a little pancake shop. Not much.
The bunny.
A purple wheelchair, I guess, but yeah, a little bunny. Because when I think pancakes, I think bunnies and carrots.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. And this pancake looks like it's evil. Anyway,
Yeah,
I guess
the
that's 2 strawberries.
look-
Oh,
yeah, the
butter and strawberries.
look with butter, but the strawberries look like evil eyes.
Evil
with
eyes,
edge of-
yeah. There you go. Someone has to
I'm
build.
gonna
like a-
eat you.
Someone has to build a character, like some kind of little mech character or something, and use that as the face. I think that'd be classic. All right, last up, this one made me drool. I am
Clear
doing it right
door.
now. This is the most beautiful friend set I've ever seen.
All
I would
right,
like to
write it
say.
down.
There isn't a price on this one. That's it. That's the picture.
That's the only picture.
Anyways, Jane Bricks did a review on this morning and had a lot more images. There is a bunch of plant pieces throughout this. It is an absolutely beautiful set. I don't know the price, but I could picture myself purchasing this one because I think it looks amazing. And this would fit in any Lego city perfectly, like
Got the little
minifig city.
Definitely.
The transparent clear
Little bonsai
canopies.
trees there at the
Yeah, the bonsai tree. There's a little pond here, and the pond has a bunch of the painters, the painter piece, like the thing the painter would hold in plain green to be little lily pads.
Oh, that was
So
they
they
did that in Ninjago City. That's the
did they?
the palette piece.
Yeah, the palette. Okay, I've never owned Ninjago City because
The
expensive.
the way they made the windows in that one with the plates, the rounded plates.
The arches,
It's
yeah,
just gorgeous.
it is. Yeah, and it just matches the whole building. So I mean,
Yep.
I am definitely considering buying this one. I'll probably sell off the figs.
Is there just looking at the big dome, is there just 2 of them or 4?
I think it is just 2 because it is a corner
Oh,
building.
that's from the recent space figures where those came in trans blue. Those are quarter domes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying there's only 2 of them in this set.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. We're finding out. I don't have Lego Shop as one of my
Yes,
keys.
but in trans clear.
That would be disappointing if you only got 2.
And you buy 4. Or you buy 2 sets. What?
Or you just buy it on bricks and pieces or wait for it to show up on the bulk list.
41725. That is not the right set number attached to that image. Where is it? 41725. Okay, let's just type in botanical garden. And by type in, I mean copy and paste because that's how we roll.
That and spreadsheets.
There we go. 41757. Okay, let's look at these pictures. View all.
Rotate.
Okay, we'll get to the rotate one. Flowers hanging off the roof. Some light nougat accents.
Well, look at that
it.
bench. That bench is gorgeous.
I know. The whole thing is gorgeous. These little plants here.
And look at those sand green, tall 2x3 window frames.
Sand green. Yeah, there you go. So there's something in the set that everybody wants and loves. You said rotate, right? There isn't a video.
No, you don't need to rotate.
Yeah.
You see right there. There's 2.
There's only 2. We're getting new butterfly colors, but you're right. There's only 2 of the dome pieces. Well, that's disappointing.
Well, you buy 2 sets and you just close up the whole thing.
You buy 2. You buy this set and you buy 2 off of bricks and pieces when they become available.
Yep.
There you go.
Or just buy 2 copies of that set and make it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you could basically. Yeah, you could just kind of put another one right here.
Dave's going to get a commission from Lego when we buy 2 sets.
But yeah, there's like a kind of like I'd say over here is kind of like the dangerous plant section of some sorts. There's some saxophone parts here in like this medium yellowish green color. Yellowish green. Just in general, it's like such a good parts usage. These are the like neck pieces that go around figures' heads.
Yeah,
frilly collars.
Yeah, the frilly collars. But think of this, like this on a tree. If you had hundreds of these, that would look beautiful because it looks like leaves.
Yep. So, it's not square.
Yeah. Different types of plants. A mop head here is some kind of a plant. I don't know what kind of plant that is, but the saxophone.
The shoulder pad.
The shoulder pads here, armored pads.
The punk rock's hair. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's Birds of Paradise or something like that.
Probably.
Maybe.
Well, they have the description right there.
Yeah, it's hard to read. I can't make it out. Here's the palettes, the easels, brown ducks as well.
Cool.
Ooh, brown ducks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Some cool characters. Anyway, in general, just gorgeous set. What is the price? Is there a price on this one? $99 Canadian. June 1st.
That's not bad.
That's better than I would have guessed.
Yeah. For 1,000 pieces? Wow.
That's 10 cents a piece. That's beautiful.
Good job, Lego. Really great job on that one.
I agree. Good job. Oh, look, I just hit the heart.
Oh.
Of course, I clicked on it versus. I hate that if you hit the number, that's got to add to my list already. Okay. Also, the Heart Lake City bus. which was one of the earlier ones that got announced. There's been some discussion about this windscreen. This is actually one of the older windscreens that has two click hinge type attachments. And they've just used panels here to kind of hide it. So it's not a new windshield. It does have this scooter, which has a weird piece. It's got a clip on the bottom. The bar comes up, and then there's two clips on the sides going either direction. So there's a new piece here. I don't know how handy that's going to be. I mean, for guardrails, that could probably be an interesting part. But it's
the same piece, the same kind of cart does appear in another set.
And I think it's one of the city sets with a red handle, from what I remember seeing. Yeah, I did.
Well, not the red handle. The car is red, but the handle is still
red.
Dark. No, it's still dark gray.
Okay, well, we'll find out in a minute. Some Technic sets. There's only 3 of these technically announced. First one is the Mars rover.
This I might be tempted.
Okay. I was gonna say this
just
one doesn't
because of the symbol, just because of I just
Mars.
love Perseverance. I just love that whole mission, and especially with the helicopter.
Helicopter. Yeah.
So
you had David helicopter.
I have the earlier Mars rover that they put out some years ago, but I might be tempted because I keep the space stuff together at my work office. I'll be tempted to get this one as well.
Yeah. I have to say this one doesn't appeal to me as much as the other one that is in here. But it's a cool set. It's just not one that I would buy. I'm not a huge Technic purchaser.
I'm not a huge Technic buyer either, but just because it's Perseverance, I might get that
one. So this one, on the other hand, I'm a John Deere. I'm John Deere complete because I have the other John Deere Technic sets.
Foul boy.
Pass.
Also, I grew up on a farm, so like John Deere was always one of my favorite tractors, and we never had one on our farm. It was always annoying to me.
That's because they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. And this one's like this one's 200 plus Canadian.
That's what my granddad told me when I was like, "Why don't you have John Deere?" And he goes, "Because they cost more."
They do. They're very expensive. But just the fact that I'm assuming that when this comes out, there will be a rebrickable to actually build a regular John Deere tractor, like a larger scale one. So I mean, I would probably, and this has the pneumatic system as well. I would probably buy this one to rebrickable into something else or to build it into an actual tractor. Just because I like tractors. Sue me. I don't know if I'm actually going to spend the money and buy this, but it's a possibility. The Mars rover is only 94 pounds, so price wise, it's not too bad of a price. 1,300 pieces or 1,132 pieces. Wow, I'm dyslexic today. Which is interesting because that's 1132, and the John Deere one is 1492, and it's almost double the price.
Well, you have to do the pneumatic system.
Well, the pneumatics and the licensing. Yeah, I would assume. But
the previous Mars rover was a very limited run, and they sold out very quickly.
Yeah. Huh. And there technically was another Bugatti set. That's a recolor. They've replaced there was like a small Bugatti car, like a cheaper one that had originally, I think it was yellow inserts in it, and they've recolored it to be like a medium azure or something like that. It didn't make it into this one, but it was an interesting. Like Lego's still playing with the whole recolor idea of having a set in multiple colors. John Deere has a huge opponent for right to repair, which is lame. Oh, okay. Has been a huge opponent for right to repair, so you can't fix your own darn tractors. So you're saying I can't rebrick that tractor into something else? Because white turntable. Ooh. Intro. Oh yeah, there's a white turntable on here. Interesting.
Oh, now you got to buy the set.
No, not at all. I'm not that into I'm just interested in that the turntables always been gray. So, all right, summer sets and then the dream sets, or summer city sets, I should say, and then the dreams ones, and then we'll probably kill the rest because it's all just new parts, and we can look at that later.
Yep.
As in a different day. All right. So first up for the city sets is the car wash, because we're all working at the car wash.
Okay, got the car wash.
I knew he was going there.
At
20
the
pounds.
Going like the car wash girl.
Not really much in here of interest part wise, I would say, other
The
than
brushes are making a comeback.
yeah, and the color might be different than the original ones.
Yes, they were blue.
They were blue, and these ones look a little more translucent. Well, were they? They were trans blue though, were they not?
No, I have some. They're just regular blue. Those look like azure to me.
Yeah, so they might be a different color. So it's not a huge thing, but new parts. Next up, an ice cream shop at 34 pounds, 35 pounds. So this comes with the new 3-wheeled bike style in white. An interesting wolf type character here.
No, it's a polar bear.
Polar bear, fine. I was just testing you people. Jeez.
See, we're following. We're still awake.
Don't talk down to the furries who go to get their ice cream in a full costume. Come
there
on.
you go. If you lose a piece of the John Deere set, you'll have to buy a new one. So anyway, so yeah, I mean, this is like these are like the not so interesting of sets. Skate park makes total sense. They would build a skate park and bring it out because they've already had a few skate park designs.
They're reusing the stunts pieces.
The stunts wraps, yeah, for sure. I was noticing that these ones don't have the road plates in them. That might be one there. But they seem to be getting away from some of the road plates now.
Yeah.
They still have them in some of the sets, but not in these ones. It also looks like this is configurable because there's Technic studs on here, and it looks like it's tiled. So I'm assuming you can remove that and place it in other spots. Because otherwise, how would that person get up there? I'm just saying. Anyway.
The power of the Force.
Yes, of course. Okay, so here's where we're starting to get into a little bit of Friends influence. The apartment set and like stuff like this angled thing looks a lot like the shopping store they had, the IKEA.
Well, I kind of find it interesting that they're moving into a more like modern architecture type of building.
Yeah. Agreed. It's very. I like the look of it. I think it's pretty cool. I like the fact that the red scooter here has a red handle.
Yeah. Oh, red handle.
Mm-hmm.
You were right, Jeff. Sorry.
I know. No.
Well, my beef with that set is the letties you use as windows. I mean.
Oh, the lasses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be drafty.
Yeah, for sure. So this is 680 pieces with a price tag of 84 pounds. So what, probably 120, 110 Canadian. So, I mean, this one is way overpriced, which a lot of the city sets seem to be these days.
That's been true for a couple of years now, it seems.
Yeah, we
There's
saw the
a
picture
road
earlier.
in that one.
Yeah, in the blue, yeah.
There's
That
a
tends
blue.
to bring the price up. Yeah.
Of course.
So the ski and climb center, 104 pounds, 105 pounds for 1,000 pieces. So, I mean, looking at that, that's pretty accurate. Of course, it is in pounds, so it'll be a little bit more. But why is this one a closer price than the other one was? Like, it can't just be that road plate. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some other reasons. But yeah, ski center, climb center, kind of cool. I kind of like the look of this set. People were questioning if these transparent pieces were slopes, and they're not. They're just, a 3 high and then a 2 high.
Yeah,
trans
just
panel. Just hidden by the edge. Yeah. Yeah.
I like how the paramedic is waiting with her hot chocolate at the bottom of the hill.
Well, they got to get a picture of the accident while it happens, right? Like,
where's the sign that says whether that's a black diamond or
probably knocked over by the guy riding the bike at the top of the ski hill.
Well, it's not a ski hill. It's an urban, like I've seen this in real life. It's like an urban. It's not a ski lodge. It's an urban.
Yeah,
no,
it's like
an urban sports center, and they have that ski slope on the building. but
Yeah.
it's
So-
right in the middle of the
I think the most famous one is in
Downtown.
Dubai.
Yeah.
Dubai has a huge indoor ski hill complex.
But it
which
has
you-
actual snow on it, doesn't it? The Dubai one.
yeah, it's an actual snowy hill. Yes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, now we're getting into the fun stuff. The Arctic sets.
that
I don't-
ship is gorgeous.
It is, and this idea of having the two ship hulls joined together, they've done that before, but I noticed that the back of the ship hull is actually a new part.
Yep.
Because it's not pointed, it's straightened, and even the angles here are a little bit different. So there is now a new hull piece in order for them to make the larger boat, which means technically they probably could have figured something out so there wouldn't be that gap there, which is what this is covering up. But hello, orca, or killer whale, I guess is probably a better way of saying it. This set is pricey, 150 pounds, probably 200 bucks Canadian. Very similar to the last large boat that we had as well.
Well,
price
not
wise?
really. No.
Yeah, the last large boat we had was around the same price.
Oh yeah, price wise, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, while I love the idea of getting boat, for some reason I always want to buy the boat hulls, and I never build boats. So why do I want the boat hulls so much? I don't know. But
to me, boat hulls are like the most worthless Lego piece. They take up all this room, and I never build anything.
So much money. Yeah.
They're right up there with tires. Is like I don't want them in my collection.
Yeah. They're really milking this windshield
It's the
piece too,
beautiful
because
tiny render.
yeah,
It's the
there's
beautiful
three of
tiny
these.
render that you're looking at.
Yeah. There's 3 of these windshield pieces in transparent blue, and then they've also got a few of them in white as well. So
yeah,
and I like the color scheme. Just I love that blue with the with the orange.
I love that the boat has a cargo hold.
Yeah,
a working cargo hold.
Yeah, well,
have.
Yeah, and I mean the hull actually is opened up that way as well. So
Yeah.
it was originally designed that way. So next up is my favorite set. I will be buying a bunch of these because they're $10, well, 10 pounds. So what, maybe 15, 20 bucks. Baby seal, mama seal, cool snowmobile, but more importantly, baby seal, mama seal. This is like the otter pack from the January release. We now have the seal pack.
Yeah,
there's
usually you don't ride your ski mobile standing up.
Your snowmobile? Yeah, you can.
No.
That's how you
Well,
look for the holes in the ice.
Yeah, if you're staying out of the water. Anyway. And if they actually bring this out in like a brownish color, then we might be able to do sea lions as well. Just paint on some whiskers.
I have to say I'm thrilled with the expansion of the number of animals. Like we got the giraffe recently and the zebra, and
yeah,
I'm very happy about this.
Giraffe and zebra were
goats.
Yeah, we're the friends. Yeah, giraffe and zebra were the friend sets, right?
Yes,
I think yeah.
I went and ordered. I went and ordered 2 more giraffes off Bricklink so I could do like an enclosure with them.
Yeah, I've got the giraffe on one of my bricks and pieces list, but I've never actually bought it because it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So, well, Juju is here. Hello, welcome. And battery powered bricks, another set for the tub, Jeff. I don't think there's room for the boat. Anyway, we're not going to go there. And the bigger animals are definitely crazy expensive. All right, so what was that, Matt?
I said rub-a-dub-dub, Jeff in his tub.
Next up, an underwater explorer dive boat. This one, another one with a baby sea turtle, which we've had only in a dark green. This is a brighter green, or the newer
hammerhead shark.
A hammerhead shark, a stingray, and a mama turtle, or a parent turtle, a full-grown turtle.
Dude,
I could do without the boat. The boat looks like crap, personally.
Yeah, I kind of like the boat.
It's too low.
It's one of those like hovercraft boats, though.
Yeah,
but it doesn't have a big fan on the back, so yeah, that doesn't work either. Anyway,
well, if only Lego
I'm just saying,
a low riding boat, Jeff. Come on.
I'm merely saying I don't like the style of the boat. At a $30, 30-pound price point, $40, I might spend the money to get the animals.
Hater.
Yeah, fine. Can I not like things? Like, you know, Dave, did you notice that I didn't even mention the helicopter?
No, you didn't.
Just saying. I could have been
just
bugging
what
you
America
like
needs, another Lego helicopter.
that. And I think last in the so it's interesting.
We
The Arctic.
all live in orange submarine.
I am noticing that the Arctic sets and the dive sets are actually in the same theme too, because they're both the same color schemes, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, the next up is the submarine, 104 pounds.
Oof.
I guess it's a large set. It's 842 pieces, not that large.
Nope.
But it looks like it's sorry.
The shark is large.
Yeah, the big shark is in here too, but we've had that shark
And
before
you have
too.
smaller sharks. So you
Yeah, a
have
couple of
baby
smaller
sharks.
sharks.
Baby sharks. Do,
Sharks.
do, 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 baby sharks.
Wow,
Do, do, do,
this
do,
one's
do.
going downhill. I do like the sub. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks like this piece of glass here is one of the loop pieces from the stunt sets, I believe. Just looking at that, because I can't think of anything else that's got a slight curve on it. So I mean, this one's. I mean, it's got the sharks in it.
Kind of mech over there, submarine mech.
Well, or dive like a deep sea dive suit. And this guy almost. Oh no, he has the dive helmet on. I thought that was like a fish head on his. No. All right. Next up, we have probably one of the largest city sets we've had in quite a while. The Urban Center, 2,000 pieces, $209. This one's just massive, and I love the look of it. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. This one actually has the road plates in it. That's why it's $200. No, but just in general, it's a kind of cool looking building. This almost has like an Ninjago City type look to it as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without the the funkiness of it, I guess you could say. I'm trying to think of the words, but
there's a roller coaster rail up there.
In the magenta or in the what is that? Dark turquoise. So just I don't know. This one's just an interesting set. I think it'd be a cool display piece for sure, or it probably fit very well in any town. And just I don't know, looks kind of cool. Again, probably lots of parts in here that we are not seeing. Last up is a 4+ construction set. Question: what vehicle have we ever seen that has 8 wheels? It looks like this. Anyway.
Yeah, but I like those wheels.
Okay.
Because those wheels may look cool on some space rover.
Yeah, fair enough. Is it worth £50?
I'm just gonna get the wheels.
Yeah, fair enough. I was just asking. And I have to say, for a construction set to only have one of these printed tiles with the warning pattern on it, that's just not right. But anyways,
that's practically unsafe.
Yeah, but you know what? No fire, no police, no ambulance. Construction. Okay, fine. I'll give you this one.
They're all professionals. They know what they're doing.
Oh, Yvonne's heading out, I guess. Gonna work. Have a great May the 4th. Oh yeah, we May the 4th in a couple hours. And a tipper truck. Big Shark looks two-toned. Yeah, I think it was. I like these Arctic set. It reminds me of the game Subnautica. Never heard of that one. Oh, and green mop pieces used as sea greens. Oh, cool. Huh. Oh, I thought that was it. But there's also a family house set.
With only 2 solar panels.
With only 2 solar panels. Well, we don't know. There might be something on the other wall.
They're trying.
Wow. For the record, the big city here had wind generators on the roof.
And the other city set has
panels as well. Yeah, I did notice that. So there is a new color being introduced, and it was in the torso of one of the dream sets, which we'll get to. But there's a dark or a medium tan, I think they're calling it.
What?
Which there is rumor that these pieces might be that color. Because that's dark tan, that's light tan, or regular tan, and that's not nougat. It could be, but I don't think that's nougat. And again, this is speculation, just stuff I've heard people say, so I don't know 100%.
It looks like a rendering, so.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
So,
Look from the if you look on the bottom,
if you look at the what?
I think he cut
on the
out.
box, the color looks darker than the.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. We'll have to see, but it,
The
another
color
new
looks
color.
darker on the box than on the render.
Yeah, that's true too. But I don't think that's a nougat color either way. It could be. Time will tell. Let's look at dreams. So Lego has announced their first in a while new theme, completely their own property. Following Ninjago and some of the others that we've had. Well, Monkey Kid, that's technically their property. So called Lego Dreams, Trials of the Dream Chasers. There's going to be starting May 15th, I think it was, May 10th. May 15th is going to be first episode will be airing on YouTube with products coming out in August, and then there'll be some more episodes coming out at the August time frame as well. So good work, Lego, getting the episodes out beforehand before you start selling the sets, because then people might actually want the sets that don't already want them just by looking at them.
Yeah.
Ages kids 6 to 12 is kind of what it's geared towards. There is some kind of contest too. Entry will. Oh, sorry. In addition,
join a competition to become Lego Chief Dream Creator. Chosen participants will be flown to Lego's headquarters in Denmark to take part in some Lego Dreams workshops. Entry will consist of pictures of drawings of your build, showing a creature or vehicle that incorporates brick building along with a story describing the build. Submissions open on May 20th and will run until June 20th.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much. My throat was dry. So I'm a multiple of 12. Can I enter?
No.
But I'm a multiple of 12. All right. First up, first set that we have.
I'm a multiple of 12 too, but.
Nope. Yeah, this is true. So first set we have is the Izzy and Buncho the Bunny. So the idea of dream sets looks like you build a basic character and then you have a couple of side builds you can build. So this bunny can have roller skates or like a jetpack or something like that. It's like a choose your own adventure type style thing. There are already some new pieces I'm seeing on here. These hinges with this piece here, the leg joints, are new. I don't know if this one has anything else that was new in general, but coincidentally, this is the bunny that turns into this. So this is this character's dream of what the bunny would look like in their dreams, I guess. And these little black characters are the nightmare type characters. I like the hourglass. Hold on, sorry. I like the hourglass logo on dreams. Yeah, each of them come with an hourglass as well, which is right here. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, and it's interesting because we're getting some more knight helmets and stuff. There's a bit of a castle type theme. Dave, you didn't actually mute, for the record.
Sorry.
It's okay. It just killed your screen and then we heard the nose blow. Anyways, this has interlaced through it. There's a lot of little castle bits and pieces as well, I've noticed. So it's kind of interesting. This is the first time we see this piece here, which is in this case a rocket piece, but I've seen it's used in green later to be a full foliage piece. So it has some quite interesting bits there. Next up, Mateo and the Z-Blob, the robot. So this kid is dreaming. The nightmare creature is taken away, and they're trying to save it with this robot. Again, each character has some different builds that you can do. They're not really showing it here, but on the back of the boxes they were showing it. And again, this piece again in with a transparent green. These curved pieces in transparent, the bright green. It's kind of interesting. So they're using this set to introduce these sets to introduce some new molds, new colors. Not new colors, but new parts in new colors. Existing parts in new colors. That's what I'm trying to say. Grim Keeper, the cage monster. Literally, the monster has a cage inside of him. and this is obviously more of a bad character set with a hero trying to rescue them. An interesting eye piece as well, an eye print in this hourglass or lantern, I guess. I don't know what that is.
Could do a
So
Sauron with that.
Yeah, it's a baby Sauron. There you go. So here's one of the more anticipated ones, Mr. Castillo's Turtle Van. The original build is a VW bus. It's basically just this bus. It has the wheels on it, and then you can clip on the other things like the turtle legs and stuff, or there was another version of it, I believe.
Yes. So if you want a VW bus, you can just get the set and just get that part.
Have some extra parts. Sorry. So this character seems to be the main character in the show, or at least because I'm seeing this torso throughout the show, throughout the sets. I mean, possibly this girl as well, but seems to be a couple main characters that are like the Timmies of the sets that just appear in everything.
I've seen another picture of the previous set with just the bus, the VW bus.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent. Yeah,
definitely.
Like I said, the back of the boxes actually show these, but the pictures that I've got in this link are just not as great. But anyway, Pegasus Flying Horse. I wonder if this was part of the reason why they did that April Fool's joke with the horse, because it's a totally different horse, but it just made me think of that the second I saw it. It's actually kind of an interesting animal, though. I like the look of it. Again, our heroes are in here. There's this new curly piece as well on the back. The leaves are making an appearance here as feathers. Probably some other pieces I'm missing in general, but overall an interesting looking set. Crocodile car. Again, the car can just be a car, or you can change it into a crocodile. And it has some mini builds as well for a motorcycle and a little scooter. This one's one of the weirder ones, personally, just the crocodile car, but and, still
every
interesting.
kid wants one of those. What are you talking about?
I know.
Wouldn't the crocodile car be like really slow, because the crocodile doesn't move that fast?
Well, unless it's in water.
But with the jaws, it could just grab the cars in front of it in rush hour and throw them to the side.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There you go. And they have these new little tiny characters that have, like little dream characters and that. And originally I was seeing them holding things and not figuring out what it was, but their arms are basically little loops that hold a bar element in between. So they have the ability to hold things. And they're coming in the different colors as well. They all have regular minifig heads attachments. And this one actually has like the Thanos size head attachment as well. It's kind of interesting. Maybe a possibly new hat here or something too. But anyways, Stable the Dream Creatures. So here's the set with these parts in green, although it looks like there's a little bit of translucence in them as well. A bunch of different plants in here. This reindeer style animal, but with foliage growing out of them. Kind of an interesting set, and I don't know. I'm gonna watch the show when it comes out just to check it out to figure out what it is. Oh, this one also has those leaf pieces in it as well, using as fan blades. Mr. Oz's Space Bus at $99 US. This one is interesting because the promotional material, I forget who posted that. Was that you, Paul, that threw that picture up on our chat? This guy in a lab coat? Or was that Jeff? Maybe that was Jedstar.
I think it was Jeff.
Yeah. And like there's some artwork that shows this guy. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna quickly pull that up off to the side here.
Part of the Jeff Collective.
Yeah.
We are the Jeff. Resistance is futile.
You must join us. You must become Jeff too.
Anyways, there was some artwork that I'm just trying to pull up here that showed this guy in a science lab coat with blue jeans and a classic space torso underneath. I'm almost there. I found it. Just bring that Oh no, I don't need the whole window.
The render
Just
had
bring that
white
guy in.
arms as well, whereas this
Yeah,
one is
it
brown.
was white arms. And this is the actual guy here from the set. So I don't know that that's going to be like. First, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool! I can't wait for those parts." And then I realized, "Oh, wait, this is a picture because lab coat wouldn't normally pass in there. I mean, it could be printed on as a fig, but I love that torso." So we don't know what the torso is for this guy, but there's hopes that there's some kind of classic space reference there.
Well, if
You
you
can see
zoom
the
in,
bottom of the sweater.
yeah, the bottom looks like the same blue as with the
Oh
lab
yeah.
coat.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see. So maybe it is. He's just got brown arms.
Maybe.
Could be that he's wearing a brown jacket or
Maybe.
something instead. Yeah. Cool looking figure though too. I like the beard, and this armor piece is beautiful in the light gray. I know we've had that before, but it looks pretty nice on him. Of course, again, this is a render, so who knows how it's going to look. So let's go back to the actual pictures now. Oh, it's a white armor here. And again, that was a render, but you can see there's a little bit of blue in here as well. So there's hope. We'll see what it is. But even the tail fin has a little bit of a classic space logo with an hourglass in it.
That's the set I'm probably gonna get when it gets on sale, and I'm just gonna remove that bus part in the middle
and just build your
rebuild it, and
segment. Yeah, it's a cool looking shuttle. Again, the rebuildable aspect of it is that the engines here, the extra engines and stuff, originally aren't on that. You can just add them in as part of the expansion to it or the add-ons. In general, it looks like a pretty cool looking little ship, though. I like the way the cockpit's angled and stuff. So, were there actually any new pieces that we caught in this that anybody saw? Possibly this guy might have a cool space helmet. There is a black air tank and black helmet here. So that might be interesting to see. I know the air tank's available in black still, I think, but I don't know if the helmet was currently. Oh, it would have been because it would have been on the Blacktron guy, so maybe it is available.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, the Blacktrons have the regular motorcycle helmet. They were the fingertips for one of the Mickey Mouse buildable figures. They used the space helmets for his fingertips.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that too. Fantastical Treehouse, $104, $104.99. Now, based on the pictures I've seen, this actually has some defensive things in it. So one of the rebuilds is you can mount like little guns on here, I guess, to fight the bad guys or whatever. In general, pretty interesting looking treehouse. Again, this piece in blue this time. Some blue foliage around it as well. So I mean, as a treehouse parts pack, I mean, it's a pretty good set, I would say, for stuff like that. We've had a few tree houses, mind you, but this mailbox is kind of interesting too. And a nice carnivorous plant in the bottom. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see once this show drops to kind of get an idea of what the story is about. I mean, obviously it is a dream world. There's also a nightmare shark ship, which is kind of interesting. Its belly is skeletal, and you can put one of the characters inside. Here's where the eyes of Sauron come back as well in different styles. Actually, it's probably the same piece, just that's just got a yellow ring around it, the looks of it. So $139 US for that one. And that's it. Calling all dreamers. So it'll be interesting to see how this does. I mean, what do you guys think? Does it have an idea? Does it have possibilities?
Well, I don't make predictions anymore because the last time I did was about Ninjago, and someone posted on FBTB forums that it was designed by an 11-years old, and apparently Lego was right because the show is still going on.
Yeah. It show's into its 16th season, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
So I've stopped making predictions about whether or not it's gonna work or not.
Fair enough. I mean, they look interesting. I think it really all depends on the story and how they do it and things like that.
Depends on the show.
Depends on the show.
And,
I just missed.
And you said, Jeff, that the first episode is going to air on YouTube. Is there any announcement that the show will be on like the Cartoon Network or
I don't think I saw that. Let's
streaming
just see here.
platform?
Ahead of a new TV show launching May 15th, the launch will be followed by a company product range. I have heard. I didn't hear. Like it was someone saying it was on YouTube, which to me makes sense to drop it on a platform like that because then you don't have to worry about marketing
Yeah,
and
sure.
getting it on all the stations. Like I said, it doesn't seem to say anything. There are some YouTube links here.
So
yeah, okay, here we go.
It makes me wonder too, like nowadays, I mean, I don't have children, but it seems like a lot of parents will like, here, you get screen time. Oh, you want to watch the Lego thing? Here it is. I can imagine them dialing in to YouTube and letting their kid watch something on an iPad or something like that, rather than necessarily have to sit in front of the TV and do it. So maybe that's the future of like kid cartoons. Marketing tie-ins is to do stuff that's not necessarily tied to Cartoon Network
or a TV show.
Yeah,
you're doing a show, but on YouTube or any
so
other streaming platform.
What was that?
I have 2 young kids, and we're probably we'll watch them. We'll probably watch the episodes, but kids are very specific with what they want. And if you're a parent, like walking through the aisles at Toys R Us or the Lego store, the kids will tell you exactly what they want for Christmas or for their birthdays or whatever. And if it's not like a licensed theme or like Minecraft, Star Wars, anything like that, if you're a parent walking through the aisles, are you going to pick one of those weird looking, scary shark ship dreams sets, or, you know, just a simple city set, you know, if they're not asking for something specific, you know? Because, you know, parents will be like, oh, those aren't the type of Legos that I had as a kid, so I'm going to go with city instead of this weird world with, you know, scary eyes and cages for chests and things like that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, unless the kids are specifically asking for dream sets, I don't see wandering parents picking them up over a simple, safe.
Yeah, but if you look at the first Ninja Go sets, that's what they were. They were skull trucks with skull figures and ninjas.
But the ninja aspect of it too. Ninjas are pretty big. We know what ninjas are, right? And dragons.
Yeah, I think the parents will have to watch the show too to kind of get an idea of it, like before they would buy the series type thing. But I mean, honestly, like this one is a.
Do I want to show this?
Sorry.
Do I want to show my kids this and get into another theme of Lego?
Well, there's that too. But I mean, a lot of these sets look very docile anyhow. I mean, they have the bad characters necessarily, but they're very colorful. They're very, I would say, kid friendly to an extent. I mean, especially one like this. Like, there's not even a single bad character.
Yeah, but I don't know. As a parent, you're looking at this, I don't know, this reindeer that's growing flowers on it versus, you know, a simple construction set or a police set or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, as a counterpoint, when I was a kid, all I wanted was Star Wars action figures, and my dad bought me a race car track because that's what he wanted. Finally, my mother said, Steve, if you want a race car track, just go buy yourself one, but don't be disappointed because that's not what he wants. But my take in looking
I
at
like
these,
the dream sets because.
Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Okay. Yeah, I like the dream sets because for the adult fans, I guess there's a lot of really interesting, you know, colors and different pieces, and you know, if they're on sale at Toys R Us or something, I may pick some up. But or Pick a Brick, you know, if they show up on the Pick a Brick wall, there's lots of interesting pieces. But will they go out and spend, you know, a full set worth of money on maybe a couple interesting pieces? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think most adult fans are probably not going to be buying these necessarily. They might buy like the VW bus because they want the VW bus, or the spaceship because they want the shuttle type thing. But for buying the whole theme, I don't think there'll be a lot of adults who buy into it unless the show is decent, right?
We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
My
Mhm.
comment on this when I saw when it came out is it just made me think that there was a committee meeting to launch a new set, and someone's like, no, we want to do this, and somebody else says, no, we want to do this, and they were like, okay, fine, we'll just call it Dreams, and you guys can do whatever you want, and we'll just lump it all in. Like it kind of looked like nobody could make an executive decision about what exactly Dreams was supposed to be, so they were like, we'll just make this overarching thing that will let us design whatever we feel like. That was my one criticism. So
It's like
Dreams. I see Dreams, and you know what I see? I see Time Cruisers.
Oh, we missed one. Yeah, Time Cruisers. There was this other set too that didn't make it in, which is like a little village type set that's configurable
Kinda
as well.
cute.
So this is, what was that, Matt?
Perfect for your
cute.
castle.
Yeah. So and this has a rebuildable aspect too. You can build it into a bigger thing. Get better shot of these characters, and one like the kids that are being taken, which probably isn't the best way to say it, but I mean they're all in their PJs and stuff, right? Like this kid has a retainer in, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, so you have the box here as well. In this one, you can combine the 3 sets together. And look, the kids are all smiling, so it must be fun.
being
Let's pull up
kidnapped
one
is
of the
fun.
being kidnapped is fun. Wow.
That's what the set is communicating to me.
You heard it first, kids.
Get kidnapped.
There was a
Yep.
which one is it? There was one of them that one of the sets the kid was still on his bed and the giant spider thing was taking him away.
Yeah, I'll pull that one up next. But so yeah, here's the van originally,
Nice.
and then you
That
have the
looks
choice
great.
of change it into a turtle walking or a turtle flying.
I mean, that's kind of amazing. I like that set. I think if I were a kid, like I would think a set that becomes a turtle is kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell, obviously, for this. Let's see if we can find that bed one.
But it is hard to predict. I mean, I remember I was working at the store when the Chima set came out, that it was like a mastodon, but it was also a ship. And I asked to build the store display because I wanted to take it home. I thought it was really funny. And it sold terrible.
Yeah, but the show wasn't that great either.
Yeah, this is the same kid with the retainer that's being taken away by the spider mech dude. Yeah, so they here's one of that's the same robot. They've just built it into kind of a cooler design, personally, but so yeah, there's the basic robot, and you can give him a gun, or you can make him basically like a different style of bot. So I don't know. I kind of like the idea. I'm interested to see what they'll do. Again, I don't know how well they'll do. Like, is this another hidden side type thing? Like, does anybody think it will go the way of that?
I mean,
it's either going to be around for 2 years, or I don't think it's going to be around for 16 years like Ninjago, but
yeah,
I give it 2 years, maybe 3. Maybe that's their plan.
Yeah, it could be that they're just doing a short run. So yeah, here's the ship with the rockets on the side, and there's another one with a big gun on the roof.
Pew, pew, pew.
I mean, I'll give Lego this credit.
Basic.
Well, I think it's kind of looks like a line that was designed by a committee and nobody could make a firm directional choice. I will give them sense that I think it's kind of awesome that they're doing whacked out stuff. Like, I think as a kid, I would appreciate that.
Yeah. Huh. So, but most of the sets are online as well on Shop at Home. A few of them aren't, but most of them are. And I mean, if you go to the theme, like if you go to the shop by theme right now, basically it's telling you everything that's new. City sets haven't made it out here yet, I don't think. Newest.
City is so overpriced these days. I can't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel bad for anybody who collects City because I feel like they're just being taken advantage of.
Yeah, the new ones aren't here yet, but But yeah, like I said, we have some new parts to look at. We're going to bypass that for tonight. And let's just make sure we got all the. Oh, we did. No, we didn't see this one, did we?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
wow. See, we missed one. So I'm glad I pulled this up. So yeah, there's a snowcat as well with an attached base. Obviously, baby polar bears as well as a polar bear as well. This one actually is quite interesting too. I've always liked the snow groomers because it's a tractor in the snow.
Jeff and tractors.
Yeah,
Farm boy.
It doesn't have a helicopter. Sorry, Dave.
No.
There's a picture of the Hogwarts one. Just see if there's anything else. Minecraft keychain.
Oh, there's that Bugatti you were talking about.
Oh yeah. So this one was originally it was yellow and now it's blue trimmed. I think the only thing is it's missing an extra sticker. But other than that, it's the exact same model. There's the Dragon Palace. That dragon we saw that. Saw all the brickheads. Birthday cake. I think that's pretty much it. We've got everything. Oh yeah, we talked about the lotus flowers. Buildable brick, dude. The dream sets. These are interesting. These are brick tails. Brick tails, pick a brick. Oh, these are the pick a brick model sets thingy.
Oh.
So, and this is a art print wildflower bouquet. I think we're pretty much through it. Brick set hasn't added everything to here yet. Oh, there's the Disney ones. Death Star. This is from last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty much through. Epic Kernel. Yeah. So Brickset hasn't gotten everything loaded into their database. It's either that or my query isn't quite running properly, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, so yeah, May 15th, I just created a reminder. There is a YouTube link. Actually, we can do that. We'll toss this YouTube link in here if you want to watch later, or put it into your watch later list, or I created myself a reminder in my calendar to say, hey, watch this tonight, which is May 15th, and it was 5 p.m. Central Time, which is what, 6 p.m. our time? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, maybe, and that's a Monday, so maybe if whoever's on the chat that Wednesday, maybe if we can all spend the time and watch it just to give an idea. We have homework. That's 2 weeks away.
Like I don't have enough work already.
Oh yeah. How's Brick? Yeah, Dave. Before we leave, we were at 2 hours and 11 minutes. We should probably head out. But Dave, you never did tell us what you did this week because you joined us a little late.
Well, I registered for Bricks and the Six, so I'm going to Bricks and the Six.
Woohoo!
And I already registered my mock. So
yes, you register your mock. Awesome. I still have to register one. Bricks and the Six is actually up to BITS. I think with 116 people registered now. Because I started tracking that, and Brick World is the page reset on me. Oh no, there it is. Brick World's at 1,400 people.
wow,
1467. I'm just refreshing it to see. Yeah, 1467. Wow. And Brickomany, obviously we haven't got. It has a register button.
I think floor space at Brick World's becoming an issue because I got a message from one of my friends who's helping to organize it, and they were like, "Is this guy from Atlanta really going to bring a 10-foot wide mosaic?" And I'm like, "Yes, it'll be done. It's coming."
Yeah.
They're like, "We don't want to blot out this much floor space if it's not going to happen."
Yeah. Brickomany is online as well. There's some information there, and there's a nice register button. So I clicked on it because it does say coming soon, and it brings you to a new page with the same. So I clicked on it, and it eventually it's going to work.
Yes, the registration form is actually ready.
Yeah.
It's being tested right now.
Cool.
So, and you're probably going to be our next tester, Jeff, because I want you to check out, because it's obviously a bilingual form. So it's both in English and in French.
All right.
Well, first in French and then in English. So I'm going to ask you to test the English size, so everything.
Sounds good. Sounds
But
good.
so far, it looks good. So it's
Awesome.
probably gonna start registering attendees in probably the next week.
Cool. All right. Looking forward to it. I will sign up as soon as I can.
Cool.
So we should probably call it a night because this is probably one of our longer chats, 2 hours and 14 minutes. I don't know
Wow.
if it is our longest, but it didn't seem like it.
Well, there was a lot of sets
Lot to
to
cover.
go through.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for coming out. We'll end it here. Paul, we usually hang out for a few minutes afterwards, so just stay in the chat if you want. And we'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Have fun.
Bye.